What is up? What is up? What is up on this May the 4th Eve? It is myself, the people's choice, the people's Sith Lord, Don Rodriguez. We've got that crappy Jedi, the newbie in sumo, and a special guest coming to grace us with his ideas about his favorite wrestler of all time, the big guy KG. We are so happy to have you with us, sir.
Don't lie to people like that. Don't lie to people like that.
Sam, welcome, Sam. It's KG's fault. I'm sorry, KG, but Sam was like, "Hey, man, how you gonna go ahead and hit me with the okie doke like that?"
No, it's the other one right here, Dario. I'm gonna hit you with this. Number one, not my favorite wrestler of all time. We all know my feelings. We'll get to that when we get to it. Number two, guess, Dre.
We don't know who you are.
Well. With all due respect to those sitting on the panel, let me take control and let me show you something.
Oh snap! The Capitol? That's how you feel?
Does this look like the face of a man that was given an empire? No, I built that shit. All right. So don't you come around here with your smug looking face telling me how to run my corner. Okay?
Oh, snap.
You can get the fuck on with that.
Dang. He talked to you, Sumo.
I don't know what he's talking about.
He talking to you, Hammy. He said, come on. Shame on you when you step through, too.
Hey, ain't that Hogan right there over your left shoulder?
Oh, snap. Is that true? Is that true? Is that what really happened?
Like walking past there. Since nobody has anything too much to talk about tonight, let's talk about what has been going on here. It's a busy weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Busy weekend. You had the birthday of Dwayne the Croc Johnson yesterday, which is also the same birthday as my father, my father had his 80th birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to my father. And then
happy
today,
birthday. Older Sumo.
Can I interject there?
Sure, go ahead.
First of all, happy birthday to your father yesterday. I didn't know your father was a May 2nd baby. Did not know that.
Yeah.
And this right here knock you in the head. Today is my mother's birthday.
Oh,
well, happy birthday.
So
Mama G.
69 today.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
I mean, good grief, man. Damn, our parents, see, I know it was something about your parents that was always good, man. I know it. And it's just like every time you say something, it's always something really, really good. It's something about your parents. It's really, really great, man. I love it.
An upstanding, just wonderful gentleman yourself. You had to come from a great upbringing.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And I can tell that you did as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. What is going on in this show right now?
I'll pass that along to my parents, because my mother's birthday will be on the 22nd. So, I'll pass that along to her, as well.
Well, happy birthday, Mama Sumo. We miss you on the show. It's been a while since she's been on the show.
My mother's never been on the show.
Huh?
My mother's never been on the show.
She was commenting. Did she comment on the show before?
My mother has never. Your mother commented on this show, not mine.
Oh, shoot. I miss her too then. Well, God dang.
Mine has. I got.
And then also today was the Kentucky Derby. So we have the return of the goblet.
Nobody care about the Derby. It's all about Preakness.
The Golden Goblet. Hey, look. The state of Kentucky is going through a lot of stuff right now. And my bourbon supply is in dire peril. So, hey, shout out to the state of Kentucky right now, because, just to be able to pull off, because usually it's Mother's Day weekend that they have the Kentucky Derby. I mean, it was early this year. So, just for them to be able to pull off the Kentucky Derby after all the flooding and whatnot that's been going on down there, hats off to them. And of course, today is the 12th anniversary of the Bullet Club. Hence the choice of the shirt today.
Can we go ahead and transition over to KG's best friend? Actually, no, wait. We do got some time to see. Sam said, need that Showtime KG intro. He missed it. Talking about Plymouth Rock landed on me. Welcome to the show, Dolores.
We got a cameo. Hold on.
Oh, Lord. Raj is in the house.
Notice my cigar getting ready to burn this shirt.
Oh, God, stop it. Sam talking about, hey, KG, why you disappear when we was about to talk about your boy? There he is right there. In a picture screen. Courtesy of Eric Bischoff's X or the Twitters. Talking about his new...
I'm not...
Was it called Sumo?
I'm not going...
Bullshit?
No, what's it called, man? What's it called? The Real American Foundation?
Bullshit Championship Wrestling?
No, but there's no W in it. Right? Is there W in it?
Mm-hmm.
No, what's it say? Y'all just named
Real
it.
American Freestyle Wrestling or something.
There you go. See? And then, somehow Eric Bischoff has decided to take another crack at it. Hogan, at the behest of KG, said, you know what? Let me go ahead and do it again. Let me go ahead and try to spearhead something. And then they got Izzy over here contributing financially and maybe in some other ways as the third man. But, yeah, Hogan, Bischoff, back in the wrestling business. Would have been better if it was Hogan, Bischoff, and McMahon.
Well, this is going to be actual like amateur style wrestling, right? This is going to be like, it's not going to be like professional wrestling.
Yeah. But I mean, McMahon can't be involved.
I'm not saying he isn't.
Not saying he is. I'm just saying. KG, you got something to say.
What are you saying?
I got a lot to say. And if I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna say it, I thought highly of Eric Bischoff before this move. I thought very, very highly of him. The 83 Weeks podcast, what he did in WCW, what he did in WWE, what he's done in the business, period. I've thought very, very highly of Eric Bischoff. I mean, I put him up there right there with Jim Cornette, Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler. Thought very, very highly of him. But to make this boneheaded blunder decision to go into business with racist ass piece of shit Hulk Hogan, the money can't be that goddamn good. Number one.
Well,
I got a list. It's a list of people that I really think. I got a list of people that I really can't stand because I believe that they're POSs. Hulk Hogan is number one.
Who's number two?
Kevin Gates is number two.
Okay. Who's number three?
Sexy Red is number three.
So Sexy Red?
Yes.
You see Sexy Red? What the heck does Sexy Red do to you?
Yes, I did.
What does Sexy Red do to you?
We'll talk about that off air.
Oh, God bless. Are you sick of seeing all them posters Dario put up a Sexy Red? Is that what it is?
No. He's sitting here shaking his head right now. He's like, no.
Just
That
wanted to
kid
give him a
wouldn't do
shout
that
out.
at all. None of my kids do that.
Just wanted to give him a
he
shout
bought some of her makeup for one of his girlfriends' side pieces.
I know he's secretly mourning over there that GTA 6 is coming out on May 26th of next year. So it's all right. get him some tissues. You know, give him a hug or something like that. Tell him it's going to be all right. You're going to have to run the same mission for another 12 months. It'll be okay. He'll be a quadrillionaire in GTA Online, but, you know, one day I have a dream.
No, I'm gonna say this. Sam asked the question. He said, recap what did Hogan say and how long do people hold anger at it? Well, it's not how long. How long has this been going on? It's not how long. It's the simple fact that you keep saying it, and you keep, since that tape has come out about what he said about his daughter sleeping with black men. I'm racist to a point. You said it, but then you show it. You've had people of color. You've had black people, black kids come up to you at autograph signings and you've ignored them. You've had black people come up to you in public and you kind of shy away from them.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's the palm color people, you all embracing you, hell yeah, brother, and all that. You got fans of every walk of life.
Green people?
Green, purple, yellow, black, white, no matter Hispanic, Asian. You got fans from all walks of life. Treat them all the same.
Like real American?
I stopped being a fan of his a long time ago, but once I really found out what he did to WCW and how he buried talent, yeah.
And then he lies so much. I mean,
oh my God.
There's no point in all the lies. Have you heard the latest one?
Yeah, so
no.
Go ahead and tell him.
He was on some interview, some podcast, and he was talking about how he had wrestled Brock Lesnar right after Brock Lesnar came back from the UFC. He wasn't nowhere near WWE. He was working for TNA when that happened.
Yep. You know what? I will say this. Every time I bump into one of the kids, I always say, oh, brother, you got me. Call my wife. Call my wife. What he did to the Undertaker, you had the Undertaker scared as hell because he thought he really dropped you on your neck. Then he looked at the tape and found out he didn't even drop you on your neck. Saying that you wrestled 367 days a year because it's really 365, but I travel back and forth to Japan, and it's a different day over there. Bro, you are full of lies. You're full of racism.
That's your boy, though. That's your boy.
Nah. You
still got his lunchbox.
You never wrote back when we wrote you after Earthquake sat on you. No, I'm not even mad about that. We did get a postcard. We got a postcard. But to see that somebody that you looked up to for a long time, I used to watch Thunder in Paradise every Saturday. Dude, I that shows you I can't rock with you no more.
That was a good little show.
Hey, back up. Sam. I never had a neighbor like that. I'll be honest with you, I never had a neighbor like that.
Well, it may have been reversed.
I had an older white couple that used to live above the apartment upstairs. And I would sit outside and take practice swings at the bat and all that stuff, just stuff the kids would do. He would sit out there, he would talk to me constantly. Keep your eye down, keep your head down, get that elbow down. He would give me pointers on my swing. And he was an older gentleman, but he made sure that I got my swing right. He said, if you pursue it, you could be good. I didn't listen. I pursued basketball and football instead of baseball, but I pursued baseball. Hell, I mean, how many old school drops with my car, with my wife having a driveway right now? How many KitchenAids my wife have right now? God daggone it.
Hey, KG, when the guy was talking to you, did he talk with a whistle?
No.
Make sure you got that swing going, baby.
No, but I never.
I never got a nice swing. Make sure you put your hips in it.
You can do it, baby. Oh Lord, Incredible Hulk. No, he on some other stuff.
No, Jack, we talking about
Jack,
the other Hulk. We talk because remember when we first started, we always said, I know Hulk Hogan, I don't know Terry Bollea.
Yeah.
Now you can't separate the two.
Can't.
They both the same.
They both the same.
Terry
But
Bollea
while we
is
got
just
him
as
here,
racist as Hulk Hogan.
hold on, while we got him here, let's go out, shout out the gentleman Jack and in the passenger seat. The only interview show that can hit 7 days a week. So make sure you check out Jack. If you want to be on, hit him up on the Facebook and say, you know what, Jack, I'm interested. Go ahead and interview me too. Jack is going to make sure it's entertaining, that your interview is wonderful, and it's not rated mature. Then again, I don't know. Jack may go wild, him and the Midnight Rider, and go ham on you. So, no diddy. But check out Into the Passenger Seat and Drive Time. Was it Drive By? Oh, Lord. Maddie going to kill me.
Drive Time with Matty Ice.
Drive Time with Matty Ice. We got some great opportunities for y'all to learn all about sports. And then once in a while, you may hear, I know he's special guest KG may be on the show. So, my bad. Never mind. My bad. I don't need no smoke. I done forgot who's. My bad. Regular time KG. That's gonna be his new nickname, not the big guy, but regular time KG. Coming back, KG, on all of the other shows that we have that's going on from what we got: Sunday Rise, Tuesday Night Flight, Wednesday Night Throwdown, Thursday Night Hoedown, Friday Night Whoop Your Ass, Saturday Night. You know where we are. There's a lot of shows. We do a lot. But just wanted to go ahead and plug Sam. Let Sam know he can go ahead and hang out with Jack if he wanted to get interviewed and talk about all his craziness that he brings to all the shows. So, Sam, you can be interviewed by the gentleman Jack, get in that passenger seat, and, just have some fun. Check it out.
But I will say this to something that Sam said. I didn't grow up in that type of neighborhood. If I showed you the neighborhood I grew up in, well, not really, because I grew up across the street from all girls Catholic school.
No, that's a different type of hood right there.
So it was a wholesome neighborhood, very diverse, but we didn't have those type of problems. Everybody loved everybody. When it snowed, everybody loved everybody. But yeah,
it's how KG like to roll up on people. That's how KG do it at his neighborhood, Sam. I'm about to show you right now.
Yes, indeed, Sam. Shout out to Keith, the correspondent. I'm hoping that Jack gets him back on pretty soon, because
keep an eye on MJF. That's the representation of everybody else. And then you got KG being portrayed by Bobby Lashley. Hey, KG, how you doing today? No, KG, no. He yoked him up. See, that's all KG be doing in this neighborhood, man. He had to be so aggressive with it. Bobby Lashley's a great actor, but if you can picture this as KG, just rolling up on some little kid on the block right across the street from the all-girls school, talking about, don't you talk to my nuns and them. That's my girls and them. I got them. They're under my protection, sucker. Then you take your glasses off like that. And then, you do a Hulk Hogan message like, what you going to do, brother? Because that was your boy. That was KG's neighborhood. I just felt y'all should know. Just wanted to share that. Shout out to the Hurt Business.
Chop you down with the palm of my hand.
Shout out to the Hurt Syndicate and MJF for doing an accurate portrayal of KG in his neighborhood. You didn't know it was going to be this type of show tonight, did you? What you talk about, Sam? What you talk about that? I'm going to call my sisters. They roll up on you. I'm telling you, Sam. Some good times up in the school. Good times.
Nah, the Catholic school I grew up across the street, Google Elizabeth Seton. Great girls basketball team. And they had some dogs on the teams, man. We used to our girls team used to scrimmage them and get beat. Elizabeth Seton was a vicious basketball school.
You guys ready to talk about some wrestling?
I mean, you wanted to bring up Hogan. I mean, shit, that's not wrestling. I mean,
that's your boy. That's major news. Your boy decided he wanted to set something up just for you.
That's okay, wait. I'm just excited. Let me, because Sumo been quiet. Let me ask Sumo. Sumo, if somebody was in business with you 24, 25 years ago, and they had creative control that they lied and said they never used, would you get in business with them again?
Depends on the money.
Yep.
Ain't enough money in the world.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Say it again.
They, you know, you can't knock the hustle, man.
KG, you know, if that check was right, you'd be right along with you. You'd be doing commentary.
Nah.
It's you can be honest. You ain't gotta like where you work.
Let me see if I can get this right. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? I'm not that pressed for it. I'm not that pressed for it.
I gotta be so serious, man. I gotta be so serious. You're a Debbie Downer today. I just want to let you know.
How am I Debbie Downer? You talking about the money right now?
I can't say that I would cut him loose. I mean, he would. I mean, for me to say that I would cut him loose like that right now, I can't really say that.
You know what?
I gotta look at that bag first.
You know what, Sumo? You are slowly but surely becoming the king of segues. Talk about cutting people loose. What a week end. It's not even a whole week. It's just the week end. Didn't they cut some people at the WWE out of nowhere? Now, the funny thing is, and then we'll get to some comments. I'll say this. We'll get to some comments.
So, I mean,
that's what I'm about to say. Can I say it? See what I'm talking about? Just as bad as KG. God dang, I'm trying to talk about it. That it's their normal time to cut. It just feels different. You know, because this is the first major cut of the Triple H era. And people are in their feelings about some of these names. But before that, let's roll it back a second. Because Sam says we're all healing. Yes, we are. It's been a while. We still don't know how to handle KG being on the show. You know, he's trying to work through this breakup of him and Hogan. Also him and Jordan Grace. But, you know, that's a whole nother situation right there. But as he heals, we will be here for him. Jack also says that Elizabeth Seton, where the girls were. Jack is saying that KG is getting deep. Like I said, he's in his feelings. He's trying to make it through life and all that stuff. So we just got to support the young gentleman. One day he'll be able to just show up, you know, with his Amazon truck and not go to the same address every week. You know, it's those little things. But going back to the business at hand, Sumo just mentioned it. I was going to segue in and mention it as well. But this is the normal time that we have just cuts happen in the WWE. But here's the list, and Sumo's got a couple other ones to add on to it. But a tag team, women's tag team, fairly okay. NXT product, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, or as I'd rather call Katana Chance, Casey Catanzaro from American Ninja Warrior fame. Dakota Kai has been not released, but it's just not renewing her contract. Again, this was so shocking. Braun Strowman, we'll put a pin in Braun and come back to it because I have a question. Another shocking one, kind of out of nowhere, Shayna Baszler, Gigi Dolan, Cora Jade, Eddie Thorpe, Raleigh Osborne. I know Sumo's a little hurt about this one, but Jakara Jackson, Gallus, Uro Mensah, and Javier Bernal, And then we saw Shotzi Blackheart. They're not renewing her contract. And was there anybody else that's missing off this list that we got shown, Sumo, courtesy of WrestleOps?
Let's see. You pretty much said the ones that I thought about. Hold on a minute.
I feel like there's somebody else.
Yeah, there's somebody missing.
But while you pulling that up, let me ask you this. The Braun Strowman thing is kind of weird because it makes sense, but also it's their fault. They big showed him. You can't have the monster amongst men, the beast, the destroyer, whatever you want to call him at any given time, Braun Strowman, be this huge monstrous presence. And no disrespect, this is not minimizing it, but when he just gets mollywopped by the hips of Jacob Fatu, it's kind of hard to come back and be the monster in the following week, especially when you had it happen twice.
I mean, just the fact that you helped put those guys over. I mean, Jacob Fatu. I mean, you the one who brought Sheamus back into the fold after him being hurt. You put Bronson Reed in the main, well, not quite main event, but lower card, upper mid card, lower main event status before he got hurt. So I mean, yeah, they were doing a lot with Braun Strowman. I mean, and Braun Strowman was helping a lot of folks get over. So I mean, yeah, at the expense of his gimmick. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to let somebody go like that when they putting in the work for you like that.
Well, they let him go, all right. But like I said, part of it I think is their fault. Go ahead, KG. You got something. We see you.
No, I'm at a loss because let me breathe. Looking at
we
this,
know you having a rough day today.
You didn't use majority of these people the correct way. You damn sure didn't use Braun Strowman the right way. And remember, he was released before, went and started his own wrestling promotion during COVID, and then came back. You didn't use him the right way. Dakota Kai, damn sure wasn't used the right way. Shayna Baszler was not used the right way. She should have been running the women's division, tapping everybody.
She was used the right way in NXT. Got to give him credit for that.
Yeah,
because she was a beast at NXT,
and she was helping out with at the Performance Center. So she at NXT, right. So she was doing a whole bunch of work behind the scenes, helping these kids come up. So yeah.
Yep.
And for Kaden Carter, Dario, she's coming home, bro.
That's his girl? Oh,
Kaden
snap.
That's my future daughter-in-law.
Oh, man.
They didn't use Kaden Carter right at all.
Did he see what she was wearing in the Hall of Fame?
Damian Priest might have something to say about that, but okay.
He can take Damian Priest. He ain't scared no Damian Priest. Get him on the show. Tell him move over, KG. Tell him get on camera. We got to ask this young gentleman about his life.
Come on.
Get on over here.
Come on over here.
Get on these sticks.
Get on these sticks, in here. Cuz. You can peek in. Come on, you right there. There you go.
There it is. All right, yeah, we got to get you representing up in here. Tell Nubia Subo, you ain't scared no daggone Damian Priest. That's your girl.
Damian Priest? I forgot he was a person. I'm not scared of him. Come on now.
That's right. Tell him again. Did you see what your girl was wearing at the Hall of Fame?
Of course. I sent it to him.
All right. Let me ask you this question. How often does your dad go visit Jordan Grace's house?
Fuck are you laughing for?
I can't.
About what, 3-4 times a week? He got his own key to the subdivision. My bad, KG.
Package for Jordan Grace.
That's right. Like you have no boxes on you, sir. That don't mean I don't have a package.
Swing.
Haters gonna hate.
Oh, now we hating, so you admit it.
Oh, he missed the chance to say his line, Don.
No, I know, right?
Because I got the good, son.
You know, he's got to shake off the cobwebs. You know how it is, man. It's rough out here in these streets. I hope he ain't think he was going to come back and not get baptized by the fire tonight. Welcome back, sir. You don't catch this.
I didn't even do anything. Did you get to the comments?
You came back.
Not yet. Yeah, we talked about the comments. You comment on the comments. Mostly, we was letting you talk about your impressions about Braun Strowman in there. You continue. Sorry.
A lot of these people weren't used right, and I to hear contracts not renewed. I mean, okay, cool. AEW would. I can't even say AEW would use Braun Strowman right.
No, they need him.
If AEW got their head out of their ass,
just don't put him with Jericho.
He wouldn't get no work.
No disrespect to Chris Jericho, but that wouldn't make sense. Braun Strowman could walk in there, and most of these, by the way, have the 90-day non-compete clause in effect. Most of them.
The NXT guys got 30.
Yeah. So Braun could go in there and just wreck shop on day one.
Oh,
because
yeah.
think about it.
AEW?
I think that needs to be.
Oh, in AEW, yeah, because think about it. Him and Lance Archer.
I'm not even that far yet. Just they need somebody that could come in there and check Bobby Lashley. That's what they're missing. Because if they let Lashley go loose, which they need to, and he becomes champion, yeah.
He could actually give the rub like Satnam Singh too.
Yeah, you can't. Here come Mox. He gonna take no. He gonna get hurt. Mox will get hurt.
TNA.
Dakota belongs to TNA.
TNA might be the place. TNA might be the place for Braun Strowman. TNA definitely the place for Caden Carter.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Jakara Jackson could make a name in TNA.
Yeah. Or Mensa too.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'd like to see Dakota Kai go to MLW.
You think so?
Yeah, I want to see her with Katana. What's the name? The one that's with Janai Kai.
Oh, that chick?
With Contra.
Yeah, that's a wild. Yeah,
and reform Team Kick. She could be like a cousin.
Yeah, I can see that. I'd watch that. But where would Shayna go? Where should Shayna Baszler end up?
Shayna would be good in AEW.
Shayna would be good in GCW.
Ooh. Well, she's been there. Yeah. She's already, got her tour of duty.
Let her go to GCW, hook up with Josh Barnett, and let her do like an all-female blood sport.
No. Don't you start that. We're not saying his name. He is not appearing, even though he's still wrestling injured. But that's a whole different story. And then we got Sam talking about why wasn't Braun used right away or used the right way. He's just too giant and lacks personality and star appeal. I think they should have had all of that with the Wyatt Six. They should have put
even
him
if you didn't do that. He had all of that. He had it all. When the first time he got his run, what's going on now?
What up?
The first time he got his run, remember he got hurt. Then after he came back off injury, they gave him another run. He had the title, and they did not use him. When did he defend the title? Once or twice before they took it off of him?
Mm-hmm.
And they took it off him, and I think Brock Lesnar came out F5 5 times and took the title from him.
I said, if he would have went with the Wyatt Six,
we call him Braun Strowman light skin.
What?
Is that what we call him Braun Strowman light skin?
Light skin?
He could be.
Braun Strowman is not light skin.
No, I think he's clear.
Well, no,
he's white.
Melanin.
Now, if you want to get technical, You want to get that's like Larry Bird. Larry's not white. Larry's clear. So there's a difference.
You sure?
Nah, but Larry Bird can go to the cookout. He's invited to the cookout.
Well, that's all Larry Bird balled around.
Yeah, I kind of hate what they did. They let go of Jakara Jackson and Ora Mensah like that. I mean, the writing was on the wall when they broke up Metaphor on last Tuesday. I was wondering what they were going to do. I was wondering what they were going to do with Jakara Jackson. I was figuring they would send her down to Evolve. You know, maybe hang out with Ora down there because they were actually using Ora Mensah and Evolve. So I mean, he just won a match,
right?
You know, he just won a good match. He just had a good 15 minutes on Wednesday with somebody. I forget who it was, but yeah, he had a good 15 minutes going for that match, and send her down there with him and let her, because I mean, there's some girls down there in Evolve that's that she could slide right on in with. You know, but
why did we separate Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend?
Because Lash Legend's about to get moved up.
Is nobody believing in Joe Hendry? I'm just saying.
Yeah, they both package deal, man. They played off each other.
I'm just saying. You know, it was brought up. Just wanted to show it.
I don't understand.
Just trying to be fully interactive for Sam. Because Sam was hating on us long enough. By the way, Sam,
And
we
yes,
got trouble
I believe
last
in
week.
Joe Hendry.
We got trouble last week, Sam. You know, they hated on us. New Ben Sumo always scared, like, don't do it. Don't you do it. We're going to get in trouble. We're going to get in trouble. Side note, did y'all see Sinners yet?
No, I have not.
No, my wife said it was really good. Everybody said it was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Y'all need to check that out.
Is that supposed to be like the black version of Interview with a Vampire?
No. It's just a original story that happens to involve people and some music and the culture. Check it out. Go see it. Pay for it. Take a sumo. You can double date. You can go ahead and take Faye Jackson. KG could take Jordan Grace and her husband. You know, it all work out.
If I do anything involving Faye Jackson in a movie, I'm directing.
Oh, you're not going to be in it?
Oh, I'm definitely. I'm gonna be lead actor and director, writer, producer, number one grip, all that.
Like he's gonna be the guy. All right, but so let's say if Shayna Baszler doesn't go to GCW, should she go TNA? Because she could run TNA easily. She also run.
That's the problem. She would run through TNA.
But she'd also run through
AEW that could hang with her.
She'd also run through AEW.
Whoa, you saying that Jordan Grace wouldn't hang with her?
Jordan Grace is
WWE.
See that? Let it be noted.
She's going back to wait, hold on. She's going back to TNA too, isn't she?
No, she's not. She's full time WWE now.
Sumo. Let's just soak this in. Look at what just happened. We talking about somebody going to another promotion and running roughshod. And the first name that he says, first one that popped in. Just wanted to point that out there. Message. Carry on. I just wanted to put that out there that, I paid attention. I'm watching the show.
In GCW, she at least has a chance to have somebody go up against her because they got hardcore wrestlers in GCW.
Right.
Like an Alley Catch or who else is in there? Where's Perry when I need him?
I don't know. I'm just scared of the crazy looking chick.
What crazy looking chick?
The one that the Muay Thai kick chick.
Oh, that's MLW.
That's MLW. I'm scared of that chick. Like she get it though, but still, I'm scared of her. She look like she may want to direct a movie.
Yeah, Janai Kai ain't no joke.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I did some research. Trust and believe. I did some research, but I just hope that Shayna. Truthfully, if anybody goes to TNA, are they really out of WWE as we think about it?
At this point, no.
So isn't TNA really just a holding pattern? Like they just picked up Indy Hartwell after she's been released.
But the
she
thing
can mess
is,
around, become TNA Women's Champion, and then go wrestle in WWE again.
But the thing is, do they use her? Because think about it. They haven't even looked at sending Tessa Blanchard over for a very good reason.
Mm-hmm.
So would they send Indy Hartwell over?
I'm surprised they ain't just, instead of releasing them, send them to AAA.
Because they haven't sent old girl over yet either. What's her name? Ash by Elegance.
Yeah, but
Dana. What was that? What was her name?
Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke.
But I don't know. I don't think that she would come over and people would be able to separate the two. I think she would come over and she would just be stuck and typecast into, being Dana Brooke.
Well, you can say that about Johnny Curtis. But because when they sent him over to NXT, they did use the Fandango music, and then they switched it over because he was part of the system.
Yeah, but he still can't. Yeah, I guess it may be possible, but she'd have to come over as champion. But if we look at things in a reverse order, this is interesting, courtesy of Wrestle Talk. You can see Victoria Crawford, aka Alicia Fox. First of all, is challenging Masha Slamovich for the TNA Knockouts World Championship and under Steve's. But just the fact that, she looks healthy. We were just talking about her, a couple weeks ago? And now, she's back in wrestling at TNA. You can see she's, alongside the Robert Stone brand. But that's somebody that is transitioned.
I don't know if you noticed or not, because in watching it, they also in storyline made her the deputy director of authority.
Yep.
So they put her right up. They put her under Santino Marella in position. Mm-hmm. So is she going to be the new Gail Kim?
I don't know. But I'm happy for her. I think
definitely happy for her, yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to see what she brings to the table. Will she be the crazy like she used to be in WWE, or is she going to play a different role? It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I'm excited for her. Foxy's back as herself. But it's just very interesting that this is one that somebody's come into TNA. It just feels right. It's not like, oh my gosh. It's just like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Kind of like when Santino came in. It's like, yeah, I'm cool with that. KG, I see a hand there. I see a hand. What up, dog? Woo-hoo!
Yes. Thanks for taking my call. You said something that I wanted to address, and I'm a little lost by it. What do you mean she would be in a Dana Brooke role. What was a Dana Brooke role when she was Dana Brooke? I'm lost with that. I was lost on that statement because it just didn't make a whole bunch of sense. It didn't just kind of turn over for me. So I would like for you to explain. Again, thanks for taking my call. I'll hang up and listen.
Who are you speaking to?
You.
What do you mean?
I'm speaking to both of you gentlemen, because both of you gentlemen agreed on it. I'm speaking to both of you.
No, I'm saying we were saying people coming from TNA going to WWE that were formerly WWE, and we were bringing up people that were in that position, like Fandango going over to NXT. They used his music to try to make people remember who he actually was, but he was actually there as Johnny Curtis. I think it's Johnny Curtis. I think what his first name is, but he's actually using his real name now.
Right.
But they wanted to use it, but they used the Fandango music just to remind people who he was, so he could be there and do what he needed to do. We were saying, what would they do that with other former WWE superstars that are now in TNA? Because they haven't been moved over, they haven't sent them over there yet. And Dana Brooke, now Ash by Elegance, has not been to NXT yet. Is there a reason for that? That's what we were saying. I didn't say that there was some kind of role or anything that there was.
And would they be able to separate, or like in my opinion, she would still be Dana Brooke if she goes back.
Right.
I don't think they would recognize her as Ash by Elegance. They'd be like, that's Dana Brooke. So then her brand may not be strong enough yet to return. The Fandango thing, it's the music more than the name. So, you can kind of get away with it that way. People just want to, you just want that. So it doesn't matter who's coming out as, technically. But, Ash by Elegance is like, who? Isn't that Dana Brooke? That's what the message was. Is that okay, caller? Do we cover that for you?
Thank you for that clarification, because I was a little lost. I wasn't saying you guys are wrong. I just didn't understand what you were saying.
You still holding on to our coat? You following along? You holding on to the coat?
I'm pulling on your coattail and following you on it. I got you.
I appreciate that. Glad you're still with us. Anything else you'd like to talk about, caller? I know it's been a while. While we're putting shows over.
If we're going over these releases, I understand you go through releases and you have the ebb and flow of people that you don't use. I want to know if you guys saw the report that I saw about Braun Strowman, that he asked Paul Heyman why he wasn't being used for WrestleMania 41, leading up to WrestleMania 41, and Heyman allegedly, I don't know how true it is, allegedly told him, "You're just not that good."
No, Heyman actually said that.
I don't know how much truth is behind that. It could be somebody just trolling or what have you.
No. Heyman actually said it on the Pat McAfee show on Monday, before the Monday after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
He actually said it because he said it during the roast. So he was messing with Braun Strowman. He's talking about, I don't know. He's over here crying about why he wasn't on WrestleMania 41, and I told him to his face, it's because you suck. That's what he said. Now, whether there was any truth behind that, because it was a roast, whatever. But and then the fact that they're not releasing that roast, and they're actually removing that roast from history. They're not going to air that roast at all, so because of so many things that happened during that roast that has come out that they want to kind of sweep under the rug.
But they shouldn't. I mean, if you're going to do it, Dean Martin, all his is there. Jeff,
all that because everything
Jeff,
about everything Nia Jax said about Charlotte Flair, they want to kind of sweep under the rug.
Jeff Ross, that's his name. Jeff Ross's stuff is out there, but I was shocked that they still even thought about doing a roast of WrestleMania or just a roast period.
And Paul Heyman talking about what's the guy's name? What's the comedian's name? Fluffy.
Yeah.
Said Fluffy said he was talking junk about Fluffy during the roast, and Fluffy got mad. He actually got heat with Fluffy now.
Right.
It's a roast.
Come on, dude. It's a roast.
Yeah, that's what Heyman was saying. Heyman was saying, you are a professional comedian. You are known for being on roasts. And I sat up and I talked about you during a roast. And now you got your jaws all big.
But think about
he said of all the people that I've been in the ring with, all the people that have actually kicked my ass inside of a wrestling ring, I know for a fact I can kick Fluffy's ass.
Yeah. That's true. With the OG cell phone.
I don't understand why people get so butthurt over things that are said at a roast. Now, it's certain things that I've heard said at roast, and I'm like, whoa. It's certain things that I think it was a roast of Bob Saget.
Oh, yeah.
And it was certain things said about the Olsen twins when they were young. How do you tell them apart? And I was like, yo, wait.
That aired on Comedy Central. Comedy Central aired that. Unedited.
That right there.
Yeah, Braun Strowman actually laughed that off, because it was a roast.
It's a roast, and it dropped.
Roast.
But speaking of roast, let's take the time to actually plug this thing that we love to do. If you would like to come and be a part of the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network, messages. Tell us what type of show you're interested in doing. A. B, we'll set you up and make sure that you have a great avenue through StreamYard. We will give you the opportunity to show your pearly whites and your ugly mug as often as you like on the airwaves of the YouTubes and the Facebooks and the Twitters and all that other fun stuff that StreamYard and Sideline Junkies Podcast Network allows you to interact with. And on top of that, we can save you some money so that way you can go get you a Happy Meal. So if you want to save $10 on StreamYard, then you go ahead and get that nice little adult Happy Meal. It's a good day. But do it through us. Why? Because we know you ain't got nothing better to do than to talk about the craziness to other people. Hell, you might as well try to monetize it and get paid for it.
And we're not going to hit you upside the head like Mercedes Moné.
Did I do a good job, KG? I know it was an impromptu commercial there.
You did a great job.
Thanks.
Did you see what Mercedes Moné is doing?
Hopefully it's on video form, but no, I haven't seen it yet.
No, she has it where you can actually send direct text messages to Mercedes Moné through a website.
Oh, a lot of people are doing that now.
But guess how much she's charging?
Oh, it's a pretty penny because it's got to be what, $200?
$99 a month.
Yep. That's a new gimmick for them OnlyFans people and stuff like that. Oh yeah, send me a message, for this amount, or get this higher tier on whatever service they're already doing. Yep, that's the new Cameo. Just direct messaging. I don't understand how they can sustain that though. Not from the money coming in. It's for what they're doing. At what point do you have to stop from replying to text messages all day because they didn't pay for it? So obviously, they wait for a response to actually work out and do your job.
Oh no, they're gonna have somebody work. They're gonna have somebody sitting and answering all these text messages.
Oh, then they can get sued. They gotta get sued.
It's not gonna be her. That's
And
just
then,
like that. What was it? WCW had that hotline.
Yeah. KG,
I mean, every now and again, you might get somebody of prominence who might be on there, to answer the phone every now and again. But that was just somebody like you and me on that, answering those phone calls.
The sad part is the one we should have been calling is ECW and buying merch because we were talking to them. The Tommy Dreamer, the Dudleys, they were the ones answering the freaking phone.
They were actually packing the boxes and sending them to post office.
In 2020, we should have called them. We're like, I need a medium. What up, Bubba Ray? Get the table. What you talking about saying when they start doing that, it kills the whole vibe, makes it feel like they don't really care about the supporters, just the money. Yep, I agree with that.
Hey, look, they're already doing that. They're already doing that. Talking about a $40,000 ticket for front row at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
But see, the problem is, actually, you know who I blame for this? KG, you ready? You ready, KG?
I'm ready.
Your girl, Beyonce. It's all her fault.
Well, yeah.
All her fault. Charging them ridiculous rates for the concert, and then people selling their kids and their souls to go be there. That just opens the door. Or if they'll do it for the Beehive, then let's go ahead and roll the dice, see what happened in Vegas. Well, they paid for that too. Oh, that means we can just go ahead and do it again and again and again.
I don't understand. Some people, just to be at an event, whether it's a concert, wrestling pay-per-view, hell, if it's a Raw, some people just want to be in the building. Because you see a lot of cool stuff when you get in the building, especially when you get there early. See a lot of cool stuff. But paying $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, $1,800, $1,900 for a nosebleed, and you're sitting at the roof of the stadium using binoculars and a telescope together just to see the stage or the ring, is asinine. I looked up the price of WrestleMania tickets sitting in the top, and I think they were $1,600. The tickets in the nosebleed at the NCAA tournaments were $2,000 and $3,000, and I was like, man, the regional tickets are $1,500. My wife is not going to logically, financially, be responsible for me paying that much money to go to an event just to sit there and be way out of focus and out of frame. And then you talk about Beyonce, like people are putting up their houses. Well, yeah, that's a belt plus two. People are putting up just like second mortgages on their houses.
Just like Green Shirt Guy. Green Shirt Guy filed for bankruptcy.
Has he?
Yeah, he came out last week. He filed for bankruptcy.
Wow.
He's been at all those WWE events, sitting there in the same spot every show with that same green T-shirt on, and now he has filed for bankruptcy because he can't afford to do that anymore.
They done priced out the mark. God dang. But here's an interesting thought.
I remember a point in time.
What's that?
Go ahead, Don.
I was going to say, here's an interesting thought. This is the great time for the indies to really ramp up. If I was running an independent promotion, all I would say is my tickets is $20. And you're going to be ringside and we're going to be in your face. $20 or $35, depending on, what promotion it is. Ringside, you want to come see a show? $35. They should be just marking the crap out of that.
Hence your boy putting together this promotion with Eric Bischoff. They trying to get in on all this money that's floating around.
Yeah.
let me tell you something.
Sam, you crazy.
It's no way in four hells. I remember you used to go to Raw at the Capital One Center, formerly known as the Verizon Center, formerly known as the MCI Center, also known as the phone booth.
Yep.
You could go to Raw and sit on the barricade for $50.
Yep.
$50 got you front row seats. Going to Raw now is going to cost you no less than $250 for one ticket.
Oh yeah, hell, I'm priced out of Raw this month. I'm like, can't do it, dog. Can't do it.
And I don't want to hear no bullshit about inflation. I don't want, because that's always the excuse. Well, inflation, and it's gotta cost more. It's gotta cost more. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Because of that lovely logo that's an N. That's why it costs money. That
it's
N logo.
Greed.
Mm-hmm. Call Shane.
Here comes the money.
Speaking of the N logo, they're part of the greed too. I remember Netflix used to be. Hold on, Lovey. How much was Netflix when you first got it?
Let's not talk about that. We never going to raise the price Netflix.
Like $7.99 or something like that.
She said
grandfathered in when it was
13
something. Grandfathered in. How you gonna see me email saying I'm grandfathered in? Your rate is locked. Your rate just went up, dog. Like what? Twice?
We went from $4.99 to paying damn near $30 for something, and had the stuff that's on there. You can't. It's like, okay, the stuff that I want to be on there is not on there.
But I will say though,
and then if I'm paying,
I'll support them for some of the originals. Some of this original content is pretty good because they're giving the opportunities to people that the networks and the movie theaters, they doing some stuff. I give them that. No. So
if I'm paying $27.99 that I'm paying for Netflix, I got the premium tier Peacock. I don't want commercials when I'm watching my shows. I don't want commercials when I'm watching Raw. I don't want commercials when I'm watching the pay-per-view. Now, I do have Amazon Prime with my wife. I watched Saved by the Bell the other day. Was watching episodes of Saved by the Bell Friday. I was mad because they didn't have the 90s commercials with my Saved by the Bell. That's the only thing I asked for. If I'm watching a show from the 90s, throw some 90s commercials in there.
Hey, man, it's all right. You've been Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
That's the theme song.
It's all right, because I'm Saved by the Bell.
It's the theme song. I just gave it. You'll be over there talking about you watching some retro show, and then I hit you with the theme song, and it don't go over. Use a mark. Use a straight up bullshit.
Because I'm
Jetson.
I didn't watch Saved by the Bell. So I
don't know. Well, I'll say this about Peacock, because since Peacock wants to steal, not Peacock, but since people want to steal our ideas, I want to make a channel where you bring, all the 90 shows back and you put them on in different time slots on that channel for that day that they were on. I'll take that. Now, Peacock need to bring California Dreams back. Don't wake me up because I'm dreaming. California Dreams is let me lay here in the sun until my dream is done. Give me California Dreams, Peacock. You want to steal something? Steal that.
No, Lord. Just go back and watch you some Thunder in Paradise. That's all you need to do.
I was a TNBC fan when I was growing up.
What show you? Well, while we talk about what show you want to come back, Sumo? What retro show you want to come back? The Rockford Files. What you was watching?
Not the Rockford Files. Jesus.
Shit,
that's Sam. Yeah, Sam. Y'all know about the
BJ and the Bear.
Victory. Michael Ironside up in there making you want to go ahead and just run up on some fools like you look like you're about to be got daggone alien. Let me go shoot you up real quick. What show was it?
I would go with some man called Hawk.
Oh, what you know about that?
You know about that.
What you know about that? That's
you know about that.
Woo! Hey, if it wasn't for that show, Hunter wouldn't exist. Because that's the first thing when Hunter came on. I'm like, I know what this is. Y'all done snatched the daggone show. Man called Hawk. What?
Or the original Fall Guy.
Yeah.
They tried to bring back the Fall Guy, but it didn't.
Hey, I'm with you on that, Sam. Kung Fu was good. I'm still mad how it came about as I got older and discovered that, you know what I'm saying, they stole that. It's not Carradine's fault, but they stole that from Bruce Lee. But who could play Kwai Chang Caine now? Who would be, you know?
I don't know. All those old kung fu guys that we know about are old now. I don't
and they got to be, obviously, ain't got to be a kung fu person.
Ones.
Robert Carradine was the lead in a kung fu movie. Shaolin Monk up in here. You might as well throw Tom Cruise in it, technically. What if it was like Jamie Foxx as Kwai Chang Caine? No. One of the Wayans brothers.
No.
What?
No.
What? That wouldn't be fun. That wouldn't be cool.
Mm-mm.
No. Kevin Hart?
Definitely not.
Cat Williams?
Stop.
All right. Terrence Howard. And it'd be like, I know Kung Fu, man. Just a question.
Sam said MacGyver in Good Times too.
Man.
Yeah.
Good Times is actually on Good Times is actually on
I don't think this
Peacock.
Is it Tubi? It's on Peacock. I don't think the world could handle Good Times. Good Times had
no. That's the animated version that they did. You don't want
the animated version is on Netflix.
Oh, that's on Netflix. Okay,
it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the original shows on Peacock.
We don't watch Netflix version of Good Times.
Not at all.
Boycotting that.
But I will say this. When it comes to Good Times, I got
Never.
We'll promote YouTube before that TV. Nothing wrong with it. We just not on it.
Say it again.
I promote WKKK TV before I promote the TV.
Oh, I'm quite sure that the WKKK out there somewhere.
Speaking of,
Make America
shows
great
you
again,
want to come
TV.
back, WKRP in Cincinnati.
Ooh, yeah. See, that's the thing. When I was young or growing up, I watched some of those shows, but like Frasier and stuff like that, I just didn't get it. It didn't make sense to me.
Now
King of Queens, get it? You know, now that I'm watching it, like, man, this is some just comedy gold. It just makes sense. Now, I did watch stuff like Cheers and stuff like that, you know, but, you know, just some of those shows, I just go back now, like, what was I thinking? Man, I would have never ran the streets. I'd have been out there just hanging out at home watching some of these shows. They were just that well written, that funny. Man, some good times right there. Good times.
But I'll tell you this. You talk about Frasier. We watch Hallmark all night long. So Frasier, Reba, Cheers, all night long. And I find myself actually laughing in my sleep.
Reba could get it. That was my first country crush right there, Reba McEntire. As she wouldn't have had to say anything, like Space Mountain. That'd have been it. But some little
I had to choose,
red-headed marks running around right now. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Golden Girls.
Oh, that's what
hits different as an adult.
Now that one I watched.
I will say that Golden Girls hit different as an adult.
I'm right behind Xavier Woods in my Golden Girls collection. He got more opportunity and you know time to do that. He and I chatted about that, but I was like, man, yeah, I got me a nice little Golden Girls collection. I got the socks I'll never wear. You know, just what?
Let me ask you a question. Do you have the pajama pants?
No, not the socks I got, but most of the stuff I have is just stuff I could display. You know, I wasn't really into the clothing side of it. That's what I said. He got me, on that stuff. I just like got the pops and the little figures and stuff like that. Man,
I did buy my wife a Blanche pop. I'm trying to find everybody else, but I have she bought me a Golden Girls mug.
Mm.
And I have a pair of Golden Girls pajama pants.
Is it wrong that we had to back in the day negotiate, the fact that we was, Blanche, you was just like, hey, hey, Blanche, for real. It's going to be some understandings if you was, invite me over for dinner type of thing. And then you're like, man, she's the same age as my grandma. But still, Blanche, you can get it. That's just wrong. Just wrong. Well, she wouldn't be considered a cougar. What would she be like? A saber-tooth tiger? Simo, you would know. What type of animal would she be? Trying to go after some young people. What? An amoeba? A puma? Okay. I can see that.
Sam, you're telling us your age, brother.
Bobby's alive. Yeah.
I was in college.
A different world.
College during a different world. So,
what the hell would you mean you was in college? You was not no daggone, was you? No, you weren't no daggone college. You was a grown ass man when A Different World came on.
No, that was what, early 90s?
No, he was in college.
That was early 90s. Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Late 80s, early 90s. I was in college.
He was in college.
All right. Well, let me ask y'all this before we go forward, because we're gonna wrap this up and get back to some wrestling. Are y'all having difficulties objectifying Keisha Knight Pulliam? Because I'm sorry, man. She just looked like Rudy. I can't. It's like I don't care what you're wearing. It's just Rudy.
Did you say having problems objectifying her? Oh my God! I never heard him describe it like that before.
I'm just saying.
That is an interesting way to say it. That's an interesting way to phrase it.
Goodness.
I'm just saying. Is that just me? Can y'all have ease with that situation?
Well, if that's the case, you got an issue with a whole bunch of them like that. Topanga.
No. There was no issues there. I'm just.
Wait.
By the bell.
Wait. Topanga and myself are the same age. I didn't have a problem.
The little girl from my wife and kids.
Now that I have a problem with.
She wasn't. I'm like, nah, I ain't got time. She was annoying. That whole character was annoying to me.
No. I'm talking about the baby girl. Have you seen her now?
Yeah, I see her now. But I mean, at that point, like I don't even care what she looked like.
Raven Simone.
That's tragedy. That's just tragedy. Sam, I'm with you on the iCarly, but more so on the Sam side than the Carly side. But it's just like man, because there was some show on, what was that, Aspire or something, one of them channels.
Kim Fields.
No, Tootie. No,
I'm talking about Good Times. Kim Fields.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about
Penny. No, not Penny, but that's another one. Janet Jackson.
No, come on, that no, you pluck her out because that's Janet. I don't care what age that. Shoot, she was older than me, so that was a crush right there.
Come on now, Penny.
Heck yeah, I was like, what, that whole scene with the iron.
Burned by the iron.
I was ironing clothes when that scene came on. I had to stop and look around just to make sure, because bad behind kids. I done already got beat with the daggone ironing cord. Shoot, I done burnt myself, which is pretty much almost gone now. But it's still 2 iron marks from the OG irons right there when I burnt myself by accident. So I understand what Penny was going through. Like, Penny, I know. Put that cocoa butter on it, man. That took that sting off.
Hold on. Did you say you have 2 OG burn marks from an iron?
Yeah, man. The OG burn marks. Wow. That had just the 2 little spots on the iron. That thing only had 2 steam spots.
No.
Yep.
I had a joint about that big right here, and I had one this big right here on my chest.
Can I have the number?
I got burnt on the chest on my 10th birthday.
Oh, it's too old. It's too late to report that now.
What's your mama's name again?
It's too late
it wasn't
to report that.
No, hold on. The first time I got burned, I was chasing my sister through the house, and my cousin was ironing. We used to iron in the hallway. So I was coming around the corner, and I bent the corner too tight, and I swung my arm and got caught by the tip of the iron. So that was the first burn. The second time was my 10th birthday. I was coming out of the kitchen. He was coming with the iron like this, and I turned my head just in time so he didn't burn my face. He burnt my chest.
Hey.
Sam.
Let's just say my grandmother beat the shit out of him.
Sam.
Hey.
Not to see
She got his ass for that.
Hey, there was nothing worse than getting beat with the rubber cords from the hot water bottle. Especially when you ain't know what the hot water bottle was for.
Never not.
All I know is I'm getting beaten. I'm smelling sauerkraut. So I'm mentally torn. I'm getting kind of hungry as it's Thanksgiving, and I'm getting my behind whipped.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Stop.
That vinegar.
No. Let's explore this. Let's explore this a little bit. Hold on. I'm sorry. You got a whooping with an enema bag.
No, that was a douchebag. Nobody. You didn't use vinegar. You didn't use vinegar in the enema part, dog. That was a douche.
Oh my god!
As I found out later, with the vinegar and water and a hot water bottle.
Wow!
Oh my god!
The fact that I was using that as a jump rope was already the problem. That's why I got beat with it.
I've heard of people getting beat with a lot of things, but never.
Never.
Go back in the day. My grandma was mad as heck with me. I'm over here using that thing outside like a jump rope.
So have you gentlemen ever seen what is it? Going Home with D.L. Hughley? It was a comedy special back in like the early 2000s.
I may have. What was the joke?
It was HBO. He said, you ever been to your grandmama's house and you got that bag on the back of the door, and you swinging it around, talking, "Ooh, this is fun." You sitting there trying to blow it up, talking about why it tastes funny.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what he's talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what he got whooped with.
And that's exactly what I thought
hanging
about.
up on a wire hanger in the bathroom. Never understood it. Like I said, it looked like a jump rope. We was poor, so I'm a jump rope with it until I got my behind whipped with it. Then after that, left it alone. Then down the road when I got older, my mama finally explained to me what the hell it was. It was like, oh, yep, not going to talk about that no more. Oh, we some bad behind kids, man. It's funny
so
now.
So KG, he actually got the shit beat out of him.
Don't act like you ain't get that whooping. You ain't get one of them OG manufacturing whoopings.
I'm sorry, I got whoopings with belts and switches. That's it.
Oh, that means they weren't creative then.
They didn't have to be. They were effective enough.
No, I don't think so. The fact that you
getting beat with
wire
hangers and
it can't be that
wire
effective
hangers and race car tracks and all that craziness.
Oh yeah, you never got hit with that before.
No,
you ain't living it. You must not have been a bad behind kid at that point. Heck yeah, man. But I will say, as we transition out, there still is nothing more psychological than your mama, grandparent, or whomever, auntie, whatever, telling you to go out there and pick your own switch. And if
that was me. That was me all day.
Pick one that was all flimsy. You ain't want that one because then they won't take the branches off and
green and flexible, green and bendable.
Heck yeah.
Don't come in with no dry stick now. No dry switch.
Heck yeah. Tree be like, come on, man. You back again. I ain't got too many daggone branches left. Stop being bad. Like, God dang, always getting that whooping. Never learned my lesson. But what else you had to do back then? There's no TV. There was no YouTubes or internets or Xbox or PlayStations. You had outside.
That's why we're the X. That's why we're the X Generation X, man. Generation X, man. We're survivors.
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah, because I still don't understand.
You leave the house at 9:00 in the morning. You don't come back until the lights come on and the street lights come on. You could have been all over town. You could have been in the next county.
Heck yeah. I would snatch the life force out of my kids if I ever see them go into an alley and jump on and do some wrestling moves on somebody's mattress. Like, man, shoot, come on, KG. I know you did it too. They used to be like, oh, there's a mattress. Oh, we're gonna have a match today. Man, I stopped thinking about that mess after watching the first Hellraiser. I'm like, did that fool just come out the mattress?
That right there.
Oh no.
I told my wife about that. I was like, you saw a mattress, by the dumps. You went and jumped on it. You flipped off of it. You've been doing backflips on it. Now, as an adult, you like, what the fuck were we thinking? As a kid, you see something you can fall on and not get hurt.
Yep. Until them springs, you know what I'm saying? Them springs start getting you. We put more work on the alley mattress than the people that own it.
You leave the house at you leave the house at 9:00. You back, when it get dark. They used to have a commercial that said it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? They had to remind our parents that we were outside.
Yep. Yeah. They didn't care where we were.
It's not like being a latchkey kid back in the day. Talking about, you want to go somewhere, go get on the bus, go to your grandmama's house. Like, man, did nobody think about pedos back in the day? Like, I would never let my kids go down the road or even down the street. You know how many pedos is all in the area? Like, God dang. This mess is crazy up in here. But as a kid, never think about that stuff, man. Never think about that stuff. Even Crackhead Joe was cool. But everybody was looking out for everybody back in the day. It's sad that the generations now, all they're gonna have to talk about is, man, remember when that time that the internet crashed and nobody could use the PlayStation for like a week? Man, that was brutal. Yeah, man. All we had to do was just watch TV or something. Like, that's that traumatizing moment. Remember that time when the hurricane came through and knocked out the internet? Yep. Man, I know what was going on. There was trees everywhere. We just stayed in the house. It was hot. We didn't know what to do. Like, what the hell? Shoot.
Even when we had the derecho, what was that? That was about 10. That was a little over 10 years ago. That was 2012, 2013. We had the derecho. Even then, I didn't stay in the house, man. We had no internet, no heat. No air conditioning, no internet. So we had to get out and do something. Man, I took the kids and put them in the car, turned that air conditioner on. It was a heat wave too. We rode up to Wawa, got hot dogs, chips, and sodas, and sat in line to wait to get more gas. And then we rode around for a little bit, and then once we finally got back, the daggone power back on, so we was back in the house. But we went exploring for a little while.
Heck yeah, man. Those are good old days. Shoot, when it used to get like to 105, 107 degrees, feel like 110 outside, like you only have one job. I'm just going to lay still, bucket naked in my bed because it's too damn hot and there's no air conditioning. That's all you did for 10 hours. But, those are good old times. Would you want to go back to that? Could you go back and live knowing what things are now, Sumo? Could you go back in the day when we didn't have any of this and just enjoy it? Or would you think about, man, I wish I had this sensory overload of information?
Yeah, I'll go back to that, no doubt. Yeah, me and Mr. Thompson over here talk about it all the time. These kids are spoiled. We go to our college campus all the time. For homecoming, they got buses that run through campus. We had to walk everywhere. We wanted to get to class. We had to walk. They got shuttle buses. They got city buses that cut through campus. They got restaurants all over the campus and whatnot. We had to wait till the calf opened up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
I love hearing that. I love hearing that because I grew up.
We didn't have cell phones. We found out about parties and whatnot by word of mouth.
Yeah, Dario.
Exactly.
We didn't have no Grand Theft Audio. All we had was Grand Theft Imagination. You would go ahead and rob a bank.
We had to protest. We had to protest to put phones in our dorm rooms.
Wow.
We had to shut down North Carolina Central University for 2 weeks to protest to get phones in our dorm rooms.
Tragic. Yeah,
see,
we had to pay phone. Hell, Subway.
I could go back. I could go back even further.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I can go back even further. You talk about being able to do it, you know, without all the gadgets that we got now. See, growing up, my dad was a dad. He couldn't stand to see my mother get up and put wood in the stove to heat the house, so he slept with his face to the wall. I'm okay with that. Not even a chuckle. Y'all just screw you guys.
That's all right. I got
not even a chuckle. Not even a chuckle. That joke lands every time. Not even a chuckle.
I know you ain't trying to talk. I'm just gonna go ahead. What is it at? Just share something real quick, just for the culture. Just for the culture.
Not the rotary phone.
Yep. It's like give that to a kid and say, figure that out. Give you $100. Call me. That's all. Just give you $100. Call me. Hell.
Did you guys ever had a lifetime supply? You guys ever had a lifetime supply of Niagara spray starch?
What? Come on now. I was at
that
RTC.
One can lasted your whole entire childhood, most of your adulthood.
Heck yeah. And you was blessed if you had the lemon flavor. Until you sprayed the floor and you just all slipping everywhere. But then we used to play with that too.
Sam said I didn't get the wall reference. My dad was a dad. He couldn't stand to see my mother get up in the morning and put wood in the stove to heat the house. So he slept with his face to the wall because he couldn't see her. He couldn't stand to see her do it. So he slept with his face to the wall. So he didn't have to see it.
Still don't get it.
I think he just put it in the booty hole. I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't get it. Sorry.
He slept with his face to the wall because he couldn't stand to see her do it.
But was she doing it?
Rod said, why didn't he just get up and do it himself?
Because oh, jeez. Yeah, when y'all been as old as y'all are, I would think y'all would get a Red Fox joke.
No.
I would think that y'all would get a Red Fox joke and it would just land perfectly. I thought I had the right audience.
No, I obviously not.
Dario got it. You didn't. Wait, hold on. Wait, y'all didn't get it either.
No, I got it.
No.
Dario got it. Xavier didn't get it. Yeah. No.
Dario ain't get it. What you get, Dario? Get back on the show.
Dario trying to save face for his dad. He's doing the right thing.
Yep. He trying to go over there and get that hot dog and soda again. That's all that is. Like, come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. I need you for this mission.
Yeah, you need a Snickers for that one.
Dang, why wait?
Just make sure you don't eat it upside down.
see, Sam, you're digging through the joke. See, I learned this from David Arnold. Sometimes you don't need a joke with a whole bunch of fluff. If you put too much fluff into it, it's not gonna land. I don't want to put too much fluff into it. Red Fox didn't put too much fluff in it. I'm not gonna put too much fluff in it. You're trying to put too much fluff into it. You're trying to rationalize. Don't rationalize. Just sit back. Let it take you where it's supposed to take you.
That took me nowhere.
Yeah. Oh Lord, now Now he done got off the daggone show.
No, my wife is she's upset because the joke didn't land. She knows the joke. She knows the joke's supposed to land. I got the right audience.
Maybe you ain't tell it right.
I told it right. I've been telling it for 25 years.
Wrong. See, that's a problem right there. He probably been telling the joke wrong, so he done messed it up himself. See, you'd have better off telling the Paul Mooney joke about the kid that wanted to be black. I want to see what it was like to be black. That would have landed. But it's all right. We're not paid to be comedians, thank goodness. We just, you know what, KG? We happy you're here. Now, when you get the good jokes, just come on back. Come on back and see us.
Now, before it gets too late, and it's too late,
we passed that. We can't even use the show no more.
I wanted to go since we were talking about departures. I wanted to go into New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Go ahead.
Because we have 3 wrestlers in New Japan that are going to be leaving as of tomorrow. You got Jeff Cobb,
right,
who's been rumored to go to WWE, but now he has put out a video saying that he's actually retiring from wrestling. So we don't know what's going to happen. They had the IWGP Tag Team Championship on him, and they vacated the belt, of which his tag team partner wound up winning it back with another member of the United Empire, Great O'Khan. Mm-hmm. So at least now Callum Newman is now going to be tomorrow night going to be challenging Hiroki Goto for the IWGP World Championship. So they're really pushing him right now at this point. But we just have to see where Jeff Cobb ends up because, like I said, they are talking about him going to WWE, but we'll have to see where that goes. 2 members of Los Ingobernables de Japón are going to be leaving New Japan. Bushi is going to be leaving after about a 15-year career with New Japan. Mm-hmm. He started out in the dojo system with them, and is now getting ready to leave. And Tetsuya Naito is going to be leaving. Naito and Bushi are going to be having their last match tomorrow in a few hours, actually, in a 10-man tag. And we're gonna have to see where he ends up, where Naito ends up. Could he go to AEW?
I hope not.
I'm mixed on it because he could join up with La Faction Ingobernable. You know,
but
he could go there as a solo and start up with Okada and continue with Ishii and a few and catch up again with Katsuyori Shibata and a few others and whatnot. So I mean, I don't know if he's going to go to. He may go to Noah.
Yeah.
He may go to one of the other organizations in Japan. He may end up going start helping WWE start up their Japanese leg or arm of WWE. So we don't know what he's going to do. I mean, no telling when it comes to Tetsuya Naito. So I just wish all of them the best of luck and wherever they end up, because especially Naito, because I'm definitely interested. He's one of my favorites at this point. So I'm just interested in where he's going to end up at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be out of everybody. It's going to be a shockwave if he goes somewhere unexpected. Because he's got still something on his career left, to do some things and make some moves. To get out there.
He knows he's coming toward the end of his career. He just wants to try to do something different. He has been in CMLL before. When he went on his excursion, when he came out of the dojos, he went to CMLL, and that's when he hooked up with Los Ingobernables. So, there's a possibility he could go back to CMLL.
Yeah,
that would give him a connection to AEW. You know, so we'll never know. We don't know. I mean, CMLL is connected to New Japan as well, so you know, no telling. It's still telling where he'll end up.
Yeah, I just don't want him to go to the AEW and not be featured properly.
Well, I doubt he would come to AEW because he would have to be full time and he ought to move here. And I don't think he wants to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either because it's too late in the game to be trying to. I don't know if he can speak good English or not to try to do that and get. You know, it's a lot. He could feature once in a while. I'm cool with that, but you know, yeah. So, KG, where you at? We're about to wrap this thing up. G, you ready to wrap it up, G?
Let me get ready. How about that?
I'm ready for that. Well, it's been a show. We talked about some things and get to half of it because we kind of went off the rails a little bit, but that's all right because that's what we do. So next week, we'll probably do the same damn thing. We're just probably going to do it different. That's the best I can tell you, but we'll enjoy it nonetheless. So, as always, you know, the Wrestlemaniacs are here on Saturday nights. Make sure you check again Sunday Rise. Make sure you look for In the Passenger Seat with Jack and the Midnight Rider. Make sure you look for Drive Time with Matty Ice. Make sure you take a look at the Tuesdays and the Wednesdays and the Thursday shows, the Fridays and the leap year show. You know, we may have a pornographic show. You know, we got a lot going on. So check us out. Hang with us all week. We love to have you. We love to see you. So, you know, and definitely we love talking to you through the comments. So until then, as always, I'll lay it down proper. Diversify your bonds.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
And
Konnichiwa, bitches.
be with you.